My name is Flo. I'm a high priestess. I run Auntyflo.com and have done for the last 15 years. And I'm here to provide you, from me to you, a beautiful reading from the universe. What do you really need to know right now? Okay, so we have 3 packs here, pack 1, pack 2 and pack 3. And I'm going to ask you to spend a few minutes having a look at these packs and deciding which one resonates with you. So we've got pack 1, we have this beautiful twisted quartz wand, which is absolutely superb. In pack 2, we have this very raw amethyst stone, which is very rough but glittery and pretty. And pack 3, we have this amazing pyramid, which contains a beautiful blue flower and a polished amethyst globe, including gold at the bottom. One of these will resonate towards you. Oops. And I'd like you to pick you feel will sum up your relationship and whether he will contact you. And I would like you to then go to the description below and there will be a timestamp for pack 1, pack 2 and pack 3. So you chose pack number 1. So here's the reading for pack number 1. So pack number 1. Let's see what cards we have. I've already shuffled these previously. I have no idea what these cards are. So we have the 6 of Pentacles. 6 of Pentacles. We have Death. We have the Hanged Man. We have the Queen of Cups. We have the 10 of Pentacles. We have the 9 of Swords. And we have the 8 of Wands. I can tell you now, just from drawing this is contact, okay? The 8 of Wands, if you can have a look here, these are basically arrows of messages, arrows of love. So really the answer to this question is yes, he will contact you. What I'd like to do now is just explore a little bit around the concept of the connection. I kind of feel that here we have Death. So this is your present. And this here, we've got the 10 of Pentacles as well. So Death is quite an interesting element that's come out in this reading. It signifies a relationship in which one person, i.e. him, dominates you. They give, but there's also a basis of superiority, a basis of feeling superior to you. Maybe an ego, might be a good-looking guy. The scales are not that balanced in terms of this relationship. And it does also mean that sometimes things have been stable, but it does also indicate that you and him are actually well matched. There's been a bit of a pull in terms of control here. One of you wants to dominate, the other one wishes to be dominated. And it doesn't really imply that because he hasn't given everything that you have given, that there's a weakness here. It almost intrigues the relationship and makes you fascinate over the dreams that you have about this relationship. It also is a card where it indicates maintaining the status quo. So it can suggest that either he has played a dominant role or you've played a dominant role. It might be as well, perhaps, that you didn't actually really like him at the beginning, and as time's gone on, it's just grown and grown and grown, and you felt that this situation that you have with him has taken on a new phase in life, that you're feeling much different about him. So this is about dominance. He's been dominant or you've been dominant, most likely him. And it's been a bit sort of a distorted relationship in that he only gives you bits. It's like breadcrumbing, okay? So breadcrumbing, this is a breadcrumbing card over and over in terms of love. Ghosting, breadcrumbing, going away, coming back, going away, coming back. And it's all about domination. It's all about control, the control of you. And the relationship needs to come from both sides. And I think you understand that. And I can also see that there might have been some limited gifts from either you or him. There's definitely strong emotions. And this might scare you or him, that there's emotions here that are kind of imbalanced. And sixes indicate giving people what they're able to receive. So perhaps you're not actually really ready for love, or he's not ready for love, but there is a connection here. There is a connection whereby perhaps you've never actually felt this way about anybody before. And the idea here is giving what he or you want, or what you're able to receive. So I hope that kind of sums up the past for you in that one card. And maybe you can relate to something along those lines in terms of this breadcrumbing, this ghosting, this going away, coming back. Perhaps you're worrying about other women. He might be somebody that shares his affections with lots of other people, and you can feel that. But there's something holding you together, like, for example, the Lovers or the Devil. There's some sort of tie there. Some sort of tie, but you are projecting your own requirements on him. And you are seeing him a little bit through rose-tinted glasses. I don't know whether you're aware of that. You probably are. And people are probably saying, you know, move on. But because of this strong connection, only you and him really understand that. So, I don't think there's anything more I can say about that card, but I just hope that gives you an idea of the past. Let me just pick another quick card about the past while we're here. Card about this connection in the past, please. Okay, oh, here we go. That kind of sums up what I just said. I find it difficult to like someone. He is sending mixed signals. Okay, so maybe you're finding it just difficult to cope with that connection in the past. So now we've got death. Everybody in tarot readings get rather worried about death. I love death. I think it's a fantastic card to pull. And this is about leaving the past behind and transforming. So due to the fact that there was a lot of breadcrumbing, a lot of giving and not receiving, or maybe him giving you a little tiny bit just to get you sucked in, and then it will be taken away from you again. The Death is a fantastic card to next draw. So this is in your present, okay? This is called the Horseshoe Spread. It's a general spread that you can get online. I love this spread because it's to the point. It kind of really gets the essence of the question. So if you want to try this at home, it's called the Horseshoe Spread. I like to use commercially available spreads because you might use this spread and the cards' meanings will resonate with you even more. So this signifies, here we go, a time of change, of transformation in the situation, which is great. It can also suggest a fear of the unknown, a fear of this change. So maybe you're worrying, because this person hasn't contacted you, you're worrying that things have ended. Perhaps things have ended, which is why Death has appeared in the present. But we've also got here the Ten of Pentacles, which I'll talk about in a moment. So this is your present, Death and the Ten of Pentacles. So we can see here we've got a crippling fear, a fear that really goes deeper into your soul. And there are many positive elements to the Death card here. It can mean that you are fed up, okay? That's it for you. I've had enough. We keep doing this over and over again. I don't feel like I'm getting anywhere in this relationship. Have I got to say goodbye to this relationship? Is this person wearing a mask? Is he wearing a mask? I'm desperate to get some answers to what's going on at the moment. Is that how you're feeling at the moment? Sometimes though, we can drown ourselves in the ego, in the awareness, and it's hard for us to be conscious of the actual reality of what's happening. We also act sometimes out of boredom and depression, and this can indicate that we act differently than how we should be. There's so much drama around this connection, especially at the moment. And there is also some hidden sort of worries and terrors from your part in that you're worried about this person will hurt you. Now, what is very interesting is we have Death grouped with the Ten of Pentacles. The Ten of Pentacles is a fantastic, card to draw in a love reading. Sometimes it can suggest that you have been bored with life, but there is emotional ties in this connection. So we can see here, let me just bring up the Ten of Pentacles. So you can actually see a proper picture of these on my website. These are my own cards. And the Ten of Pentacles is all about the true reality of the situation. So the darkest sides are coming out of this situation in order to give you a better future. And we can also look at the drama around you at the moment. And what the card is really saying is that there is a sense of mysterious happiness. And we also have, from this card, hidden signs and wonders. So the Ten of Pentacles, when grouped with Death in a relationship, can mean that there is a recognition that we need to take a step forward. We need to free ourselves from all our doubts and worries and transform this relationship for the better. It can also suggest that there is magic around you, which is fantastic. The magic of that life exists and the vast universe is trying to make you merge with this connection for a reason. The Ten of Pentacles is a very positive card. It means experiencing domestic bliss, happy home. It means moving from one phase to another. And this really connects with Death in terms of from a love perspective. It's time that you deal with things, you try and think positively about this connection. And in the light of the fact that this person isn't contacting you, it can give you the time to really look at the situation, and he will be looking at the situation as well. In terms of combined, it screams out to me that the Death and the Ten of Pentacles here indicates that things are going to turn for you in this relationship. It is a time of rebirth, of transformation. There could perhaps be some financial rewards because we've got some finance here. It indicates that there's a combination of the natural order of life, the natural order of love. And if you do leave this connection, it is out of love. It's because you need to. I would also say that it is about leaving the home. Perhaps somebody needs to leave their property, leave their home. Perhaps there was or a requirement from you back here in terms of, do you really properly want to be with him? Do you want to live with him, for example? So it looks like the Death and the Ten of Pentacles is a time when things are going to change. Things are changing right now. So I hope that resonates for you in terms of this connection. We also need to say, I just need to say, the Ten of Pentacles is also a very traditional family card. It is about reconnecting with your family and friends. So it could be that this connection with him has resulted in you confiding in family and friends. It also means please take the advice of a loving relative and try to either move on in this connection without him or move on with him. Okay, that's despite what I see here in terms of there will be communication. I think there is a decision that you need to make right now and you don't really want to make it. It's a decision where you need to make a choice. Do you go with him? Do you not go with him? You are at crossroads right now. You are at a crossroads right now. How are you feeling right now? How are you feeling right now? Spirit guides. What are you feeling about this? Let's see. Let's see what word comes out for us. This is beautiful. This was created by my Aunt Florence, who's a medium in London. This is my box of tiles. Okay. Let's have a quick look. Just want to look at your present feelings at the moment and maybe his feelings around this connection. Got some numbers that, oh good, look at this. Look at this. We've got so many fives. We've got 3 5s. Talk about that in a quick moment. So we're talking about currently, aren't we? So we've got these letters here. Let's see if we can find a word that resonates with how you're feeling at the moment. Okay, not many words we can make out of these. There's probably only a few. But you're feeling murky. Okay, so murky basically means you're feeling gloomy, you're feeling dark, you're feeling morally questionable, you're questioning people's morals. So is that something that is how you feel right now? We'll also do this about how you're going to feel in the future. So this is how you're feeling right now. We've also got 3 5s, very significant. Could be 5 days. Could be 5 weeks. We've also got a 3 there, if that resonates. Also birthdays, ages, that might relate in some way. 3 5s, 5, 10, 15. 15 maybe, that's significant to you. 5, 10, 15, 18 as well. Is 18 significant to you as a number? Okay, so let's move on. We have here the 3rd card, which is the Hanged Man, which is basically your future in general terms. My take on the Hanged Man, let's bring up the Hanged Man here. The Hanged Man is hang on in there. It means you have to wait. You might be waiting quite a while for that final message. There is going to be a lot of waiting involved. It's as if it's in suspense, okay? In terms of the hangman, it's very simple in a relationship context. It means that there's a sacrifice that needs to be made. If you are feeling that you are on the crossroads of your relationship, which I feel you are because we've got the death and we've got the pentacles, it's really saying that you need to basically wait for this contact. And if you're at a point of where you're making a decision, perhaps you want to say, I'm sorry, you want to say, why have you not contacted me? You want to send some kind of text, maybe you have sent those texts, and it's basically telling you, yes, send that last text message, and you just have to deal with what happens. The message itself might not be positive, it might be negative. We will explore that in a little while. Definitely there is a message here, because this is the outcome basically, which is messages. The Eight of Wands is a message. So we're saying here that you do need, if you've had relationship difficulties with this person in the past, this is a situation, they are stuck in a situation, and there needs to be a sacrifice or some kind of price that needs to be paid, or time served before anything changes, which kind of goes a bit against the whole death thing that we have here, whereas we've got change going on right now. So we've got change going on right now, and what it's saying is perhaps in the future we need to have some change here. It's sort of, I also find the Hangman, in terms of readings, it's a bit like the reversal of the Emperor. If you read cards, it's basically breaking the rules. It's about control. The control is now lost, and it's time to basically seek some kind of forgiveness. Okay, so it could be saying to you, there needs to be some time so that you can look at this situation from your point of view, from their point of view, from his point of view. He needs to look at the situation and start missing you. Maybe he does miss you now, who knows? I'll do another reading on whether he misses you. But in a nutshell, we've got patience is required here. We also have the fact it might be a bit of a blame game, okay? Because we've got the Hangman, but we've also got the message coming to you eventually. The Hangman is also about commitment. The commitment to a cause, such as a commitment to learning something new. And in this case, I'm basically saying to you, hang in there on this relationship. Don't give this relationship or connection up. You might be surprised that there will be commitment in the future. There will definitely be messages in the future. So, course of action. We've got the Queen of Cups. You just need to keep on doing what you're doing. You need to show love. Maybe write that one last message of how much you like this person. Be true to yourself, your true feelings. Yes, we all get to the point where sometimes we feel hurt. The Queen of Cups is a queen of loving nature. She thinks of the good in every situation. She's a beautiful, beautiful woman. Show him that you're a beautiful woman. Send that last message. At the end of the day, there's no point in playing games. You're probably too old to play games. If you feel something inside your heart, this spread is telling you to go for it. The things in the way, we're having very sleepless nights here. You're worrying about this situation. We've also got those, I don't know whether you can see there. We've also got those swords stabbing the back. Are you feeling like you just want to curl up and go to bed? Because that is what this spread is saying. You are feeling a bit depressed over this situation. I can't really give you anything on the Eight of Wands. All I can say is there's a message coming. The Eight of Love. The Eight of Wands. Woo, here we go. The Eight of Wands means you are receiving messages in a very short time. It also indicates communication that could be harsh. There could be some rage, there could be some flirting, there could be some butterflies, there could be some horny messages. And in essence, if we look at, the swords, for example, the swords are associated with communication. And this is why we've got the Nine of Swords, because you are worrying about this communication, the fact that he hasn't contacted you. So we've got the communication here. We've got that somebody is approaching you fast and will take action. There will be text messages, WhatsApp messages, Instagram messages, calls, you name it. There will be some kind of communication coming, okay? So that is a very positive card. to be the final outcome of this situation. Yes, you will have contact. Okay, so let's just ask, because obviously we got murky, didn't we? Let me just ask, what should we do? Should we do the charms? Or shall we do the tiles? I don't know, should we just do both? Let's just do both. Okay, let's start with the tiles quickly. Will this person contact my beautiful viewer? I want to get a connection or vibration. Please give me a word that will sum up this relationship going forward. All right. Okay. We've got an N, we've got a T, we've got a W. We've got an E. We've got a K. We've got an I. We've got an F. We've got a 7. We had 5 before, didn't we? We've got a B. We've got an A. We've got a Y. And we've got a J. Okay. I'm going to pick one charm. Oh, actually. Just put that there. I'm just getting a bit packed with all this stuff. I'm going to pick one charm in regards to this connection. Just one. Free as a bird. I've got a load of cards. Oh, goodness. We've got the seven of spades. Can you believe it? We've actually got the Ace of Hearts, which is equivalent to the Ace of Cups. We've got the 9, can't really see that because it's not great focus. We've got the 9 of Diamonds, which is equivalent to the 9 of Pentacles. And we've got the 5 of Spades, which is like the 5 of Swords. So I will talk about those grouped together in a moment, along with your bird. I'm just going to move those up a little bit so they're easier to see for you. Okay, let's quickly see if these words resonate. We've got week. Okay, so that could be week as in a week in time, even though it's spelled differently. It could mean week as in you're weak. You keep, whenever he contacts you, you just cave in and end up getting involved in it all again, even though perhaps you're feeling like you want to say you want more commitment. We've also got, let me have a look. We've also got fake. Maybe you're being a bit fake. You're not being true to yourself in this connection. He's being fake. Maybe there's fakeness. We've also got wank. I hope this isn't censored. Have we got wank? Yeah, we have. Enough said on that one. Okay. We've got... What else have we got? We've got want. You want this. He wants this. There's want. We've got want. Who wants this? Do you want this? We've got wife. We've got wife. Okay, so maybe that resonates with you. So let's now quickly look at the charms, which I drew out for you about this connection. So we've got the free as a bird. Maybe he's free as a bird. Again, that's no commitment, being free as a bird. That charm popped out. What's this? Oh, that must have... Oh my goodness, look what fell out. Oh my goodness, I'm going to have to rewind that. I didn't even see that falling out. Marriage. And we got wife as well, didn't we? That's interesting, isn't it? It could be that he's married. Maybe he's married. Maybe he wants to marry you in the end. Let's have a look, shall we? Where's my cards? Where they've gone. Does he want to marry my viewer right now in regards to this connection? Oh my goodness, look at that. We've got the Seven of Cups and the Lovers. So this does look like a really strong connect. What have we got over here? These are obviously my charms that have fallen out that I didn't even realise. Oh my goodness. We've got the dartboard, which means in a love reading that you are the target. Completely in love. It's another one of my charms that fell out. Maybe I need to rewind this and have a little look. Okay, so we've got the Lovers. Oops. So there is definitely strong feeling on his part here. So in terms of these little tiny cards down here, I'll just pop those over there. These little cards here. So I love these little cards, they're so cute. Okay, so what this is saying to me, this is the feeling that I'm getting from these 4 cards and relating them to obviously normal tarot cards, is there is a heart, there is 2 hearts which are soulmates, which are supposed to connect. However, there seems to be a lot of problems and drama in the way. I get the feeling there's another person involved, a 3rd person, that's making this connection difficult. Or there's been problems and there's been gossip and there's been people talking and he's been talking to his friends and you've been talking to your friends, and there's a load of drama around this connection, but it's supposed to be, because if it wasn't, then you wouldn't have drawn the Lovers. You wouldn't have drawn this. You wouldn't have drawn the messages. So I hope that resonates. Don't forget, nothing's set in stone and you can change anything. Please check out my website, Auntyflo.com, and I'll be back for some more love readings. So you chose pack number 2, the beautiful raw amethyst. So here is your reading for pack number 2. Hello my lovelies, you've picked pile 2. Let me first look at this beautiful raw amethyst crystal. And you can see the sparkles coming off this. Now, this is quite interesting that you picked this stone because it represents rawness. So it could be that this relationship has never taken off. It could be that things feel quite raw. If you look at the back of the stone, it's quite significant in terms of it's quite brown. So it's a beautiful stone to pick. I actually have not looked at these cards, so I'm going to do you a quick spread to understand what the connection is between you and him. Okay, so we've got the Hierophant. That's your past. We've got the Queen of Pentacles, which is your present. We've got the Page of Swords, which is your present in general terms. We've got Justice as the course of action. We've got the 8 of Pentacles as environmental factors around you at the moment. We've got the King of Pentacles, which is the blockage position, and also hopes and dreams. And we've got the 9 of Wands as a final outcome of this connection and whether they will contact you. So let's just grab my little tiny love oracle deck. Angels, spirits, ancestors, will this man contact my viewer, yes or no? And what is the connection between, what are the factors around this connection between him and my viewer who is watching this YouTube video right now? Okay. Oops, that's come upside down. Okay. So we've got here, there are children involved now or in the future. He loves you very much, but does not say it. There is a blonde guy. So this blonde guy could have been in the past. He's not necessarily this guy. It could be this guy. If he has got brown hair, it still resonates with you. I will say this though. Although we've pulled the blonde guy, we also have the King of Pentacles, which is a dark-haired man who is over the age of 40. So we do have a blonde-haired guy and a dark-haired guy here. Now, given the position that the dark-haired guy has fallen in, i.e. the blockages, this indicates to me that those gentlemen that you've asked about who have dark hair are the ones that have been blocking this connection. However, the blonde guy doesn't appear to be blocking this connection. Okay, so because I've drawn this, I just wanted to clarify that we do have those people, those viewers who are asking about dark-haired men. We do have him here, but we have him in the blockage position. So I'll speak more about that in a little while when I do the reading. Right, okay, so we've got the Hierophant. Now, this is an interesting card for the past. The Hierophant in love readings generally represents tradition. It represents that there is marriage. We definitely see it as marriage. This could be a partnership that he's had in the past. If we look at the Hierophant itself, it's associated with the marriage indicator. It could mean that you're on your way to the altar, or that you have been involved with somebody who wants to be there. It means that perhaps you've been questioning concerns on whether your lover will divorce their partner. It also indicates that it is a clear sign that the marriage is going to take place or has taken place. Perhaps there's been an affair, perhaps there's been a third person involved. It is a very traditional card to get. It can mean that traditionally you want commitment, you want to get married, you want to have that in your life. And it also represents being careful in terms of the context of the situation. So I once had the Hierophant come out as an outcome of a relationship when I was reading for my friend, and it turned out that it would basically, things have stayed stagnant, they've stayed how they are. So even though it was an outcome and we believed at that time it would result in marriage, it was more about how things stayed in the status quo and they weren't necessarily together. But positively, it could indicate that between him and you, it could also indicate that there is something that's more stable, more committed. So the relationship really needs to move to a more traditional state. So that could be him, that could be you. Let's look at the past connection. Past connection, what is going on in the past connection that supports the Hierophant, please? I am deeply sorry. Here we go. I am deeply sorry. The last thing I want to do is hurt you. I know you want commitment and I don't want to give you the wrong impression. So there's obviously been issues around commitment in the past. Okay, so now let's look at the present. And we've got the Queen of Pentacles, which probably, if you're listening to this and you're female, it represents you. It can represent that you are offering this relationship everything. You've put all of the items in the bag for it to be a successful connection, a successful relationship. And at the moment, it appears that that is not being taken. He is not taking your pentacle as you're looking into it. It can also indicate in love that there are many dreams that you have. You're looking in the pentacle in order to understand what you could have. And you know, it's so hard when we feel we're in love with somebody or we're besotted with somebody and it's the dream that you have. Okay, so the Queen of Pentacles is about dreaming of what could be. This could be an amazing connection, this could result in marriage. This is your expectations, and you've got high expectations of this connection because perhaps you've never even felt this way before. So the Queen of Pentacles is all about the riches that you feel when you're with this person. And when things don't go well, you're kind of feeling a little bit unsteady in yourself, in your own mental state. It's a bit like a yo-yo in terms of the Queen of Pentacles at the moment. We've also got the Nine of Pentacles here. So what that says to me, if you look at my Nine of Pentacles here, she's looking at some statues that she's created. She's painting those statues, okay? So what she's doing there is she's looking at the situation, being quite content with what she has. So on one note, you're looking at this and thinking and dreaming and wanting, but on the other hand, you're actually thinking, do you know what, I'm actually okay right now. I'll be okay if I'm on my own. And I can see lots of times where you're on your own, actually, from a psychic perspective. You're on your own. You're saying to yourself, it's okay being on my own. I'm okay on my own. I don't actually want anyone else because I feel so strongly about this person. It could indicate that maybe even if it's somebody you've only just met a few weeks, that one meeting really blew you away. So it's basically saying to you, you are okay on your own. You have the pentacles around you. You have everything around you. I don't know whether you know that, but it's basically saying to you, you're looking towards the future in terms of the dreams for this connection. However, you are safe and secure on your own. So I hope that resonates with you. Okay, so we've now got Justice as action, which is here. So basically, this is the ultimate card of taking responsibility in the relationship. Feel that? Okay, yeah. The ultimate card of taking responsibility for your life, for the things that you've done, and for the things that have happened in this connection to date. It's really a card that's drawn when you're deciding you really want to be in a relationship. You're realising your own experiences, and it indicates that you need to make some firm decisions about this connection. Firm decisions in terms of where you want it to go. And you might literally be at a crossroads, because we've got the Queen of Pentacles there dreaming about what could happen. And then we've got the Nine of Pentacles saying, do you know what, I'm all right on my own. So you're sort of at a crossroads in terms of your thought process. So it's basically saying to you, you need to know whether you want this person to contact you, what you're going to do after that contact, and whether you're going to sort of go forward with this relationship and actually be truthful with him in terms of what you want, because you haven't been truthful. I get the feeling that you've kept things secret and you've sort of kept things to yourself a little bit. It also depends on what situation you're in this relationship. It could be that you need to make decisions. It means that you might have made a decision about this relationship already, which is why I've drawn this card for you. And it's a tricky one to draw when we come to action with justice. There's not a lot around, you know, in terms of books and things about what it means. But to me, it means that justice is coming back to you. So this situation with him kind of feels unjust. And when we don't hear from somebody, or we're wondering if they're going to contact us and they don't adhere to what we want out of life, we feel a moral obligation and that justice has not been served. So it's saying to me that you're here saying, you know, I want justice. I want this connection to be right. I want it to be what I dream of. And I'm very upset that this person hasn't contacted me. I don't feel the connection is in the infancy to say to him, it is all or nothing, you know, just in case this connection doesn't go forward. Okay, so we've now got the Page of Swords. This is all about communication. The Page of Swords in love readings indicates stalking behaviour, communication. It can also signify that this person is quite immature. They are sort of quite free, a sort of free soul, if you can understand me. I do think they're going to contact you, or I wouldn't be pulling a sword. Swords represent in the tarot readings communication. So this person has got some communication issues where they go away, come back, go away, come back. And it can also mean that he does really feel something for you, but perhaps thinks that you're not too interested. Okay, so we're talking about the future now. So in terms of your question, will he contact me? Yes, he will contact you. Okay, however, there might be a little bit of stalking going on. That could be your side, his side. He could be looking at his messages, social media, looking you up, talking to friends, if he's involved with your family. So there is a sort of a kind of spying. The Page of Swords is a spying card, really. Okay, so in terms of the King of Pentacles, so the King of Pentacles is quite a materialistic character. He often thinks about himself a lot. He's holding on to that. I just wanted to say that we have the King and Queen of Pentacles in your suit, which indicates love, connection, happiness, contentment, a perfect soul-focused connection. Okay, so that's very positive. In the future, we have the Nine of Wands. Now, when I said before, the Page of Swords indicates a message is coming. And the Nine of Wands is how you're going to feel about that message. So the message will come, but perhaps you will not feel very content about that message. The Nine of Wands is all about protecting ourselves. She actually has, if you can see in that card, she's put a wound over her head. So this can indicate that you are going to feel slightly wounded about the messages that will come through. It doesn't necessarily mean that this is the wrong connection, because you've got the King and Queen of Pentacles, which represents that you should be together. However, the Nine of Wands means that you are going to feel a little bit nostalgic when you get this message, which ties into, I am deeply sorry. The last thing I want to do is hurt you. I know you want commitment and I don't want to give you the wrong impression. So the answer to your question in terms of will he contact me? I think he will. However, I think you need to be prepared about what that contact is going to result in. And you need to stand tall and you need to sound strong and you need to make sure that your morals are intact and that you have what it takes to get to the finish line. That really is the nutshell of the Wands. The Wands itself is quite dynamic. It indicates energy coming in from various elements in life, and it indicates you feel like giving up. So once you get this message, you might feel like giving up, okay? That's my analysis of it. You might feel like giving up. So let's just quickly ask, what shall I use? Shall I use my charms? Shall I use my tiles? What should we do? Let's just do one of these. Once this message comes in, what's going to happen? Okay. They have grown accustomed to you going the extra mile, so they will expect something of you. And maybe that kind of ties in very nicely with the fact that you're going to feel sort of that essentially you're just going to feel, is this really worth it? Is this connection really worth? You're tired, you're kind of sick of it, you find it difficult to push forward with this connection. So it's basically saying that you need to keep going because it is worth it. It is worth it in the end, and it's worth it in the end because we have this. We have you and him. He is blocking this at the moment, okay? It is worth it because, I think I've put them back now. I've put them back in here. He is worth it because we had the blonde guy, if you remember. Okay, so let's just quickly do the tiles about this connection. I'm going to put that up there, just so it resonates with you. Okay, so this is the tiles, my beautiful Auntie Flo, who was a medium many, many, many moons ago in the Victorian times. She actually created this little box of magic. Oh, going to end up catching everything on fire at this rate. So, in terms of connection, could you give me a word, please, or a couple of words about this connection between my viewer and this guy? Okay, so we've got a U, we've got an L, we've got a B, we've got a W, we've got an A, we've got a D, we've got an F, we've got a U, we've got a W, we've got a T, and we've got a Y, and we've got a 3. So this could be 3 days, 3 weeks, 3 months. Ooh. We've got a 2, could be 2, 0, 7. So one of those numbers might relate to an age, might relate to a car registration number. It could connect you in that way. So let's see what I can make from this word, shall we? We've got tab. Yeah, that really fits well with that page of swords, keeping tabs on you, or you're keeping tabs on him, keeping tabs on somebody. We also have awful. That's not the most positive word to get. So maybe you've been feeling a bit awful about this situation. You know, you've been feeling awful about the fact that they haven't contacted you, or you've been waiting for them to contact you. We've also got, let's have a look, lady. We've got lady. This could be yourself. This could be a third person in the relationship. We have lady and obviously lad. You're the lady, he's a bit of a lad, he's a bit of a cheeky boy, a bit of a player perhaps. We've also got fly, whether that means anything to you. Could be that they're abroad, or that they've been flying, or you've been flying. It could, I tell you what I've just seen, jewel. That's positive. It's positive about this connection. It's supposed to be together, 2 people together, jewel. I've also got, law here. Interestingly, we had that justice as well. So law, maybe that's reiterating the justice in your other reading and how important it is to follow your moral code. Maybe you haven't been following your moral code recently. We've also got way. You know, you need to find a way out of this situation so that you feel okay and you don't feel bad. Okay, so we've got bad there. We've also got bud. Friends with benefit situation perhaps. Buddy. I don't know. And we've got fault. Did I do fault? I can't remember. Fault. I don't think I did. Fault. It's not your fault, okay? Maybe it's not his fault. So I do hope, my beautiful, beautiful soul, that resonated with you and that you've taken something from that. If you want to explore your connection further, I have other tarot readings, but I hope that gave you a gist of the situation, my beautiful twos. Thank you very much, and don't forget to check out my website, Auntyflo.com. Hello, my beautiful frees, and welcome to your pick a card reading. And obviously we are talking about, will he contact you? So I wanted to just firstly highlight the fact that you have chosen this beautiful, beautiful pyramid of healing, which strikes me that you might have had a lot of pain in love during the past. And it might be that this relationship is causing you some distress or pain. So it's very interesting how you've picked or resonated towards the healing pyramid. So let's have a look at your cards. Now, I don't even know what these are because I've done this blind. So we've got, for the past, we've got the Six of Cups. These are my own cards, by the way. You can find full descriptions on Auntyflo.com. We've got present, the Ten of Cups, which is fantastic. That's a lovely card to pull for this connection. And we'll pop that in the middle because it kind of resonates with me. We do have the Ten of Swords for the future in general terms, which is not so great, but we'll talk about that in a moment because we don't know what else is coming out. Course of action, we've got the Five of Wands, which is quite a competitive card, competition around you. Oh, we've got the Magician for the current environment around you. This is the horseshoe spread, which you can find online. I like to do commercial spreads because it means that you can do these at home. I think it's very important for you to have the tools to do these readings if so. Right, wow, we have pulled the Lovers. Look at that, that's fantastic. Problem a little bit is it's in the hopes and dreams and blockages position. Oh my goodness, look at that. We've got the Knight of Cups, a message of love. That's fantastic for you. So those are your cards. Just before we go on to the full reading, I would like to quickly consult my oracle of cards. So before we do the reading, I'm going to just quickly consult my oracle cards. Oops, something nearly popped out then. Can you give me an indication of this connection? Oh my goodness, we've got this rolling away. Right. Ooh. I miss you even when I'm not horny. That's interesting. Oh, that's a beautiful oracle to get. Marriage and happy ever after. That's fantastic. And for some reason, my wand has come into the equation. So let's pop that out of the way for now. That was number ones. Okay. Okay, so let's take the Six of Cups to begin with in terms of where you are now. Now, the Six of Cups indicates that there is a primary sort of pleasant nostalgia going on around you in this connection. It can suggest a reunion of two lovers. And in my experience, it's always been a pleasant card when appearing in a love reading. So pleasant times, happy times have been had in this connection. It can correspond to the moon in Pisces. The moon in Pisces is associated with self-sacrificing and empathetic. So it's basically a sort of common tarot interpretation of the Six of Cups is the generosity of your spirit and a message that one person is giving the cup of loves to another. In a romantic sense, it's layers of reunion. So it could be that you've split up and reunited, or perhaps this is an old lover from the past or an old soul connection that you have of the past. So that kind of sums up sort of happy times, and it's also important to make sure that you haven't been stuck with this person due to nostalgia, due to sort of past connections. So I would say for you, my beautiful, lovely soul, it can indicate that there has been a departing message, and this message is warm reunions with old friends, warming to live together perhaps in the past. And it corresponds to Pisces. The house of Pisces occupies, if you are a Pisces, and this is even more important to you, and the energy of the Six of Cups stimulates this for you. So that is basically the gist of the connection in the past. And again, we've got this marriage and happy ever after, and I miss you even when I'm not horny. So this isn't about sex, okay? This is about two people coming together who actually should be sort of together, if you know what I mean. So you being here asking, will they contact you, is very important because of the huge amount of connection that you've had with this individual in the past. Now, currently, and this is really interesting, that you're asking if this person's going to contact you. And this is a bit confusing because it's basically saying in your present that the Ten of Cups represents happiness and joy at the moment. And I've had this card come up a few weeks ago for somebody who was in a relationship with somebody they worked with. And it's all about the connection of happiness, family, and the surroundings of this relationship are very positive. So putting this into perspective of will this person contact you, then we have the Magician here. So these two cards are basically the present situation. So putting these two cards together can indicate everlasting happiness. So this is a bit confusing as to, obviously, the situation is this person isn't contacting you at the moment. It could be that they're not contacting you not because of the connection or anything like that. It could be just simply the fact that there's other things going on in the life. There's chaos going on in the external things that are happening around this relationship at the moment. If you can also see the rainbow there on the Ten of Cups, if I can bring that into a bit, that's it. The rainbow indicates a new relationship. It indicates that this relationship is in a positive state. If you think of, over the rainbow, being that you found the pot of treasure of love, okay? So we've got that in terms of the present situation. So it's saying to you, you have everything. You are the Magician. You have everything in your power to change this relationship right now. You can magic up what you want. So that's really positive in terms of the current situation. So let's now talk about this. This is the future in general terms. If no action is followed, things are just remain the way they are. So we've got the Ten of Swords. And when the Ten of Swords comes up in the reading, especially connected to love, it indicates that you feel totally crushed, that you've maybe overcome a horrible depression. It can indicate the faith that you have in love has shattered, and it can suggest a series of sort of painful events in the past and releasing your old thoughts and patterns. So, the patterns that you've had in this connection, i.e. all these brilliant things in the past and present, are all going to come to the forefront in this kind of Ten of Swords, in terms of the Ten of Swords. So let's now look at the combination of the future and the outcome. So this is your outcome card, which is the Knight of Cups. So we need to marry these together and read them as a pair. So the Ten of Swords, for me, it's always very, very final, i.e. it is over. And it is over for good. And if this is followed by the Knight of Cups, which in this case it is, it symbolises an offering to you. So these combined can be that the relationship will end. However, there will be an offer of love. So whether we're at that point now, I don't think we are. The Ten of Swords is very dramatic. There's lots of drama around this relationship and connection. And the Knight of Cups in the outcome position indicates you need to keep going. And it's like him saying, you know what, I really like you. I see this offer of love from you. I'm not sure what to do with that at the minute. It's like a breakup and make-up situation. And I hope that resonates with you. Maybe that's the feeling you're getting at the moment about this connection. The Knight of Cups can also be a rather passive card. It's somebody that is watching the water go by. And as you can see there, she's using her fiddle. She's kind of waiting for something to happen. So it may be that you really need to move on. And it's also saying, as the Magician in your present, the outcome is really up to you. You need to understand what it is you actually really want from this connection. So we have now the Five of Wands in terms of your action card. Five of Wands in the Rider-Waite pack, there's 5 individuals fighting, and here we have somebody who kind of, if you look at my tarot card here, it's kind of feeling a bit weary, like, you know, there's something that's going on, there's a bit of conflict going on. This, in terms of advice card, indicates that you need to rise above the situation you're in. It means you need to distinguish yourself from others. So when I have the Five of Wands appearing in love readings, it always signifies a third person or competition around the relationship. So maybe there's other women involved. It could be that you need to fight in order to get what you want, or you will lose. Now let's look at this. We've got the Lovers in the blockage position. Now the Lovers can suggest here that there is a potential for love. However, the Lovers in the blockage position also means a decision needs to be made. So a decision by himself or by you definitely needs to be made here with the Lovers card. It's very important that that decision is stuck to. It can suggest that this connection can really go somewhere, but I get the feeling here that it could be that there's another relationship in the way. This person's attention has perhaps gone to somebody else, another woman, and that really needs sorting out before this connection can really go somewhere. So, in terms of, let's summarise from these cards, will he be back in touch? Yes, but I see here in these cards there is a breakup and a makeup. So that could be going on now. It could be that you don't hear anything and you break up for a while, and he will come back. Believe me, he will come back, because we've got the Knight of Cups offering you love. When he comes back, you might have moved on. You might not want him anymore, which then goes down to this fighting. This fighting for him, fighting lots of competition around this relationship at the moment. Let's dig into this a little bit deeper. So those are my beautiful cards. We'll pop those up there. Hopefully they won't fall down. And these are my hoodoo candles, by the way. I'm thinking of getting these produced, which contain very special ointments in to draw in love. This one's to draw in contact me, for example. If that's something that maybe you'd be interested in, hoodoo candles, then pop that in the comments. I'd love to hear your views. Okay, so here we have my tiles, and I'm going to ask in my tiles for some words about this connection. Guardian angels, spirits, ancestors, please provide me with a few words that will help aid this viewer in terms of her question. Will he contact her? We haven't got any numbers. There's a load of numbers in here. Let me show you. You can see all these numbers. We don't have any numbers, which is very strange. Okay, so we have a D, an A, a V, Dave, a D-A-V, a Z, Dav, a W. I mean, this could also relate to names of him, names of you, names of people around the situation. Look at the letters. R, we've got double R, G, P, V, and J. The first thing I see is raw. You're feeling a bit raw. And then this really marries well into your stone, your healing stone. Feeling raw, feeling you want to heal yourself. That kind of corresponds with that quite well. We've also got draw of the luck. It's a draw. Maybe that's in relation to a third person. He's not sure, you know, about who he really is. It's dragging on, isn't it? It's dragging on. It's really dragging. We've got a bit of wax there, actually. It's quite hot. It's really dragging on at the minute between you and him. And it seems to be relentless. Okay, let's see what else we can make from these words. We've got warp. Warped reality. So maybe you're seeing this person with rose tinted glasses. You don't know the full picture. You don't know fully what's going on. Things are a bit raw, as we had before. Things are dragging on. We've also got draw, which I've just said about. It's a draw of the luck. Draw of luck. We've got ward. We've got ward. Again, this could correspond to a name, but ward is in healing. A ward, hospital ward. You need to heal from this situation. We've got jar. We've got jar, G-A-R, could be start of a name. We've got jaw. Maybe they've got a pronounced jaw. Maybe you have. Jaw is also about communication and speaking. Maybe they haven't been, which is why you've drawn. We just had drawn, but you've drawn this, okay? This jaw word. Can we see anything else in that? Have I done gap? It's probably a gap. Yeah, I think I might have done gap. There's a gap here, a gap in the relationship. Okay, we've also got pan. We've also got par. Par. Do they do any golf? Does par mean anything? Okay. We've got wrap. Wrap. Wrap themselves around you. We've got wrap. Okay, so those are the tiles. Hopefully they might have connected to you or resonated with you. Let's try the, didn't get that many numbers and things with that. Let's explore this a little bit further. Where's my charms? There's my charms. Okay, so this is my set of charms. I'm just going to ask to pull maybe one or two. Ancestors, spirit guides. I'm connecting with my viewer right now. Please let me pull a charm that will provide us with an idea of this connection. Going right deep in here. Okay. So I've pulled out the skipping rope and a couple of cards here. So, can you see that? We've got the 6 of Pentacles, which is the 6 of Diamonds, and we've got the Queen of Hearts. You are almost in love with this person, and you're infatuated with this person. Queen of Hearts is offering the cup of love, the cup of loves. So we've got the 6 of Pentacles, which is associated with the 6 of Diamonds. And the 6 of Pentacles is what I call the breadcrumbing card. It's when a man gives you a little bit, just enough to catch your heart, and then stops. Then they give you a little bit more. And that stopping, that breadcrumbing stage, makes you want them even more. So that's a dynamic I'm getting from the charms. Skipping, head over feet, head over feet. It's just going on and on. It's a circle of that situation. I've got, these actually fell out, and it's important for me to read these charms because they've fallen out. We've got Christmas. That might be a significant month, November and December for you, or was in the past. We've got some sexy lingerie. So that's sex. So obviously there's good sex going on here. If you haven't had sex with them, it can indicate that sex is coming. We have this very interesting painting called The Birth of Venus by Bellacci. And it is a lady stood in a beautiful shell with the background. This is in Cyprus. And it's very interesting that during the time that this painting was created, there was hardly any nude paintings. They were all Adam and Eve. And this painting represents feeling like you want to be in love. You love the idea of being in love in terms of this connection. It can also indicate there's lots of emotion and people around this situation as well. So there's lots of sort of drama going on in this connection. And finally, we've got the green train. So in my charms, I've got a whole set of a train, okay? And we've only drawn this carriage. So we haven't drawn the actual main train. So what this means to me is you're well on your way in love to get what you want. We've got to also look at the colour, which is green, which is grounding. So you need to be grounded in what you want in life going forward. And you might be surprised that this person might not be that one. It might not be the one, but there is certain lessons that you need to learn in this connection. That is all my friends, my beautiful, lovely souls. I love you very much. And if you'd like to explore more about this connection, if there's any readings that you'd like me to do, I obviously do my readings upon request. This has been a requested reading from one of my readers on my website, Auntyflo.com. And if there's a reading that you would like me to cover, then please post in the comments and I will endeavour to add that to my list and do a reading around that. I do hope this resonated for you, my beauties. And take care. God bless. Check out my website, Auntyflo.com. Bye-bye. My name is Flo. I'm a high priestess. I run Auntyflo.com and have done for the last 15 years. And I'm here to provide you, from me to you, a beautiful reading from the universe. What do you really need to know right now? Okay, so we have 3 packs here, pack 1, pack 2 and pack 3. And I'm going to ask you to spend a few minutes having a look at these packs and deciding which one resonates with you. So we've got pack 1, we have this beautiful twisted quartz wand, which is absolutely superb. In pack 2, we have this very raw amethyst stone, which is very rough but glittery and pretty. And pack 3, we have this amazing pyramid, which contains a beautiful blue flower and a polished amethyst globe, including gold at the bottom. One of these will resonate towards you. Oops. And I'd like you to pick you feel will sum up your relationship and whether he will contact you. And I would like you to then go to the description below and there will be a timestamp for pack 1, pack 2 and pack 3. So you chose pack number 1. So here's the reading for pack number 1.